It's Dina, and you're tuned into Dina Shares. Welcome.
My YouTube channel, Dina Shares. So welcome. If it's your first time, welcome back. If it's not, I hope tonight's message will encourage you. To those that may be dealing with a broken heart or heartbreak or just hard times or struggling with this particular topic, I pray that you allow God to minister to you through this word. I pray that healing comes, it's available. Just open up your heart and trust God. I know hurt sometimes. We can't see past our tears or hurt. But man, if we just cry out to God, He will give us the healing that we need. Tonight's message is going to allow me to be very transparent and vulnerable. I actually recorded this message before I went to Florida last week on vacation. Y'all, no lie. I have it in my phone. I recorded this message 30 times and I did not post it, and I was supposed to post it. My bonus kid has already told me, "B Mom, I got you. When you need editing and when you need this, I got you. Just let me know." You know, I know he's busy. He's flying out, taking trips, doing weddings, so I don't want to bother him because I already told y'all that, okay, laugh at me if you hear, a blooper or anything like that, because I didn't really want to be so formal. I just wanted to give the word because that's what God told me. He was like, that's going to come later as you build up your audience and build it up. That's fine. Just give from your heart. People will receive that more instead of you trying to be so structured. I get it. I like to be professional and take my time, but truth of the matter is I get nervous, y'all have no idea. I get nervous anytime I have to speak or teach or preach or even do these podcasts or YouTube channels. I'm serious. I do. I know people think I don't, but I do. I talk fast, so y'all just bear with me. Charge it to my head and not my heart. I'm trying to get through this. I'm not going to read the whole entire scripture. You can go back, so you don't have to take my word for it, but go study for yourself. This is an excellent word. Like I said, I was studying this all for the last couple of weeks. And I was like, God, why are you taking me here? Nobody wants to hear this. But tonight we're going to talk about jealousy. And how real it is. And I'm not really big on like haters and jealousy, because I don't think everybody's jealous of everybody. I just don't. I didn't grow up like that, so I can't get down with it. But on the flip side of it, I believe it's true. People can be jealous of you. They can be envious of you. And I know for so long, Christians have turned a blind eye and a deaf ear to stuff because we want everything to be howdy and peaches and roses and strawberries, and God's like, it's not going to be that way. So you got to open your eyes and open your ears so you can see and hear clearly what I'm showing you, because reality is reality. That doesn't mean God can't function in the supernatural. But He can. But He's telling you to still pay attention in the natural, what's going on. Pay attention to your feelings. They are valid. They do matter. If you're feeling a certain type of way, it's for a reason, I guarantee you. But what we do is second guess ourselves or talk ourselves out of stuff. That's not what I really saw. That's just me tripping. And sometimes God's like, no, that's me trying to give you a warning. But you want to see the good in everything, and you're supposed to. But you got to also see what God is showing you. Everything is not the enemy, and I'm going to prove it. Some things God will give warnings like, hey, that's evil lurking. Pay attention. I'm showing you that dream for a reason, or I'm showing you this spirit for a reason. Pay attention. And I just didn't really want to. I was like, God, I don't want to record this. I recorded this video 30 times last week, and I did not post it. And I was supposed to be obedient and post it last Thursday. Excuse me, but I did not. So here I am. I'm already like 10 videos down today. And I'm like, okay, God, I'm going to just do what you gave me to do. I just got to get it out there. So it's going to call for all of us probably to be transparent, vulnerable, and honest, if we will. Jealousy is very real. It is. And no matter how much you don't want to see it or you try not to believe it, it's very, very real. So we're going to talk about that tonight. And it's not nothing new under the sun. This stuff has been going on in the Bible days. We're going to prove it with Saul and David. So I'm actually coming from 1 Samuel 18. And like I said, I'm not going to read it. I'm going to paraphrase it and summarize it. So follow me. And you can go back and look at it at your own time or your private, quiet time. I'm just going to do the best I can to kind of summarize this thing, because I don't want to be too long. But we're talking about Saul and David. And I just want to say this. We know King Saul was a king of Israel. And we know about the children of Israel. And we know how God kept sending them kings to tell them, hey, come out of captivity, come out of disobedience. He's kept raising up kings and kings and kings. And so we know David was the next king of Israel. And we're going to look at why. And Saul, he was a good person, but he let his hatred for a man or his jealousy for David caused him his, oh, that's very scary. That's very, very scary. But everything, and David, that's a key thing. I know some people say, I just can't love my enemies, but the word of God tells you to. Love them that despitefully use you. That doesn't mean you gotta be, you ain't gotta brown nose them or lick their behind, but you still have to show the love and kindness of God. Is it easy? Especially when somebody wrongs you, especially when you know they dragging your name through the mud, especially when you know that's a lie, especially when God tells you, be quiet, humble yourself, I got this, let me fight. Especially when you used to popping off and you want to pop off, and because you're angry, you do want to defend yourself. I mean, this is a whole lie here. I can see if it was the truth. I gotta just bow my head in shame and take that L. I did that. I said that. I was wrong. But when you know that you're not doing the things they're accusing you of, that's kind of hard, y'all. I mean, I know we love God and we dope and we spiritual, but that's hard, especially when you're trying to befriend people and you're really loving them, and family coming against you and attacking you. That's hard. It's hard. But I'm here to tell you, God can minister to a broken heart, y'all. I'm telling you. Can't nobody heal a heart like God. Can't nobody perform open heart surgery on your heart but God. Do you hear me? And then stitch you back up and put you in the recovery room without a scar. Without you won't even have no pain. I'm telling you, God is he's so awesome. So we're gonna show how King Saul kept trying to trap and plot against David, but David still kept showing up for him. Man, what do you do when you know these people trying to set you up? You know they lying on you. You know they scandalize your name. God says, love them anyway. Serve them anyway. Don't you leave the church. Don't you leave your marriage. Go to the family dinner. There'll be sometimes God will tell you, just lay low for a season. I'm telling you, I had to go through this. Lay low for a season. And then there'll be times when he'll be like, show up anyway. Give your best. Give your all, because you're doing it for me and not the people. And you know you ministering. You trying to lead and worship, and you ministering, from a broken place. When you know people don't like you. What do you do when people at church don't like you and you know this? You still show up. What do you do when you struggling in your marriage and you want to leave and God was like, nope, because he's going to be won over you. I know you can't see that yet, but you're going to win him over with your testimony and your witness. What do you do when God keeps saying, she just broken, she don't mean to hurt you, and he keeps telling you, still love her? Like, what do you do? Because there are times God will say, okay, cut the ties, may the Lord watch, and move on. But there's sometimes God's like, no, she's more hurt than you realize. But if you keep doing tit for tat, you're going to miss it. If you keep trying to do him like he did you, you're going to miss it. I'm not saying stand there and take abuse. No, God will never let you do that. But sometimes God will tell you you're going to be persecuted for righteousness' sake. I'm talking about righteousness' sake. I ain't talking about you did something to them, they just getting you back, because you reap what you sow. I'm talking about when let me calm down a little bit, okay? So, Saul began to give David like instructions or assignments. And David smashed them all. Do you hear me? Everything King Saul put before David, he killed it for today's generation. He killed it. For my generation, and not that far off, not that old, but we would say he crushed that. He did that. We still say he killed it too. He killed that. But for the sanctified folks and the Christian folks that may be watching, he was successful in everything that King Saul gave him to do. Same thing. He killed it. Not trying to get the applause of man, not trying to be, get people to know his name. He was just, when you're in good leadership and you have good leadership, everybody's supposed to, they're going to be successors after you. Just like the president. A president has a 4-year or 8-year term. They can't run no more after that. So you got to pass the torch to the next person coming after you. Okay. Just like in leadership, whether it's in the workplace, whether it's in you're teaching, mentoring, or in the church or in communities, you're raising up people. You can't hoarder over stuff or you're leading the people for a reason, but you got to pass the baton eventually. You're going to have to, preachers and teachers and doctors and nurses and stuff, they're going to get old and we got to retire. So you got to train the people coming behind you. Even if it's your kids, you want to raise your kids in the ammunition of the Lord. So you teach them and you train them and you raise them up. So everybody's going to have a successor. But King Saul was a little salty. Well, I ain't gonna say a little salty. He took that salt shaker and poured the salt. He was that potato salad. I don't like potato salad, but I'm using it. I don't know why that came to my mind. That potato salad was a little salty. Well, King Saul took that salt and drenched it in that potato salad. He was very salty, okay? And David was serving him everything he gave him to do. Saul was like, go lead the army, go fight in this battle, go do this. He killed it. He killed those goals. But it didn't make a true leader happy. This is a reflection of you. If God's putting anointing on me, or if his anointing rests on me, and by me loving you as a leader and want to raise you up to do good, that's going to be a reflection of God and me, because I know I did my assignment well. So why are you salty? Why are you mad? That should have made you, man, that would have made me smile like, oh my God, he successfully completed every task I put before him. And he went above and beyond to do it. So that made King Saul angry. So the people saw this, and the Bible said the women began to dance. They had tambourines, they had songs, they had a little chant going, and it said something like Saul killed thousands, and David killed tens of thousands. And you know how it is. People will compare you. That's why you gotta be careful with that. Comparison is the thief of joy. I'm telling you, when you begin to compare yourself to other people and why you don't have this and why they got this and why they get to preach and why you don't and why they got this car and why you didn't get this and why they got this much money, how they get the promotion, that'll steal your joy. And not only that, you got to be careful when people compare you to other people. Don't let people do that to you. You're not supposed to be Joyce Meyer. Dina, I'm not supposed to be Juanita Bynum. I'm supposed to be Dina Siobhan Drake. That's who God made me to be. I was born Dina Siobhan Watson, but of course now I'm Dina Siobhan Drake, so it doesn't matter. Same person. If I was anointed as a Watson, I'm anointed as a Drake. I don't need to be compared to Juanita Bynum. People will set you up. I'm telling you, be careful. Don't let people do that to you. It's okay for people to tell you. They encourage you. I get that. People encouraging you. I needed that word. I needed that money. Thank you for blessing me. Thank you for showing up for me. Whatever it may be. That's okay. But people will compare. And I don't even really think the people in this particular time, they probably didn't mean no harm. But the enemy is very sneaky, y'all. He's very sneaky, and he'll use that. And they began to chant this little song, and it made King Saul furious. The Bible said he was angry to the point he tried to kill this man. Never let somebody make you that angry that you want to kill them, okay? It's not that serious. It may hurt, go home and cry, whatever, but don't let people put you in the box, because they'll put you in the box. Because I'm telling you, when I kept thinking about this when I was studying last week, the only thing I heard in my mind was, they was saying this about David, and David, and they might have been really happy for Saul. They gave Saul credit, they gave David more credit. And Saul, if the enemy is already working with you and already in your heart and your spirit, and he messing with you, that's gonna add more fuel to the fire. So, David probably didn't even want that, because David was like, he kept telling Saul in this text too, like, I'm not nobody. Don't try to do that to me. I'm just this person. I'm just this person. Never downplay yourself either to prove that you're on the same level as somebody. They know that. You don't have to downplay yourself. Don't water yourself down either. But always try to stay humble, because, man, I'm telling you, the same way what goes up can come down. And David was just trying to do what he was instructed to do. He wasn't trying to he ain't a sucker for the hand clap. Because I'm telling you, one day people clapping for you today, they're going to be booing you tomorrow. I'm telling you what I know. One people loving you today, but they're going to be hating you tomorrow. One person going to want to hang around you today, they're going to be like, forget you tomorrow. I'm telling you, people are fickle, man. That's why you got to be careful. Don't let them compare you to anybody else. You're supposed to be doing what you're assigned to do. Don't let people tell you you're supposed to be doing this. You should be right here. You should be down there. Why you up here? Stay where God got you at. I'm telling you, people will set you up, man, and make you like it. And what I mean by that, you're going to be like, you ain't got no choice to like it when God's telling you, that's not what I called you to do. So now you're in a situation that you really don't like, but they don't set you up and made you like it, and you don't even realize it. Stay where you're supposed to be at. And that didn't sway David, but Saul was angry. That's because he was already tripping. He was already ego tripping anyway. So Saul feared that David would become greater, so he plotted to kill him. Like, you plotted to kill this man. So, and it said that Saul tried to kill him with a spear, tried to throw a spear at him, but it didn't hit David, it hit the wall, because David ducked. So I don't care how many times the enemy try to kill you or try to plot against you, dig in ditches, you better dig too. That's what the old people used to say. You dig in one ditch, you dig two of them, because you're going to fall in it first. Be careful who you out here plotting and scheming on. I always say, be careful who you pooping on. Because I'm telling you, you never know how God is using them. And you're looking at them and you're envying them and you're jealous and you're angry. You don't know what they've been through to get to where they are. I heard somebody say this, I can't remember who it was. It's enough for all of us out here to win. It's enough money for all of us. It's enough jobs for all of us. You know, they made you think they was running short on money, and that's just all a plot, y'all. I'm telling you, it's enough for all of us to win. It's enough for all of us to be successful. You know what I mean? And so this fear, King Saul was angry. He was mad. And he began to say, he ain't nothing left for him to do, basically, but to just take the kingdom. So that shows you right there a leader is never going to be threatened by his people. He shouldn't, or she shouldn't be anyway. That should be a good reflection of me. Hey, my spirit is on this person, or God's spirit is on both of us. That's going to make me smile, because I know when my time comes to retire or rest, or like Paul said, I have finished my race or whatever, you can smile knowing, hey, I did what God called me to do. Now I'm passing the torch to David or whoever, and he going to run the kingdom, and he going to run it well, because I've seen what he can do. That shouldn't make you jealous or angry, but it does. And so he plotted to kill this man, and he began to try to throw a spear at him, and David, ducked, and I bet you David was like, what's going on? And he was like, I didn't get him that time, but I get you next time. They're not going to stop. Your enemies are not going to stop and rest until they take you down. And sometimes it's not always a physical death. They try to assassinate your character, assassinate your name. It's a lot attached and tied to your name. And if they can destroy your name and get other people to see you a certain way, they've won. So they think they've won. We're going to talk about that too. So where does jealousy come from? What happens? What happens? Jealousy to me is sometimes when you want something that something that you want that somebody else has, that's coveted. You want to covet. Why? You want what they have, or you want their title or position because you don't feel they're worthy to have it. I got the degree. I'm anointed. I'm called. I should have my own church. Or why she got a man, I didn't get one yet. Or why he got a wife and I ain't get, whatever. You want something that somebody else has, or their position, or their title, or their rank. Sometimes you think that the grass is green on her side, and it ain't even true. It's just green where you water it. She just happens to take care of her grass. She can't help who she is. A lot of times, but a lot of times what I'm finding out is it's not just what you have. It's who you are. It ain't what you do. It's who you represent. It's not what's on you. It's what's in you. And people don't like that. A lot of times it ain't just about what you get. Because truth be told, if we work hard, if we all work hard, we can go out there and get a brand new car. Let's just be honest. If we work hard, we can go get the house. If we work hard, God will tell you, I give you gifts, and I give you wisdom. I'll give you the means to get well. I've given you the idea. Put it to use. I bless the fruit of your hands. Put it to use. If you cater, all you gotta do is make a plan, get your website going, get you some taste tests. God will give you the vision and provision. Let's be honest. And then sometimes God will still give it to you when you ain't got money or when you ain't got credit. You can still go get that type of house. You can still go get that kind of car. You can still get that type of luxury apartment. You can still get that job without a degree. God will give it to you. So sometimes I don't think it's always about what you have. It's who you are. Because like I said, anybody can go get a new car. Anybody can go get a new house. You know what I'm saying? All you do is work hard and obtain for your goals. You're achieving it. You're striving for it. You put a goal before you. You're smashing it. You can have bad credit and go get a car. You might pay a little bit more money than somebody else with good credit, but hey, you can get that. And I think a lot of times we miss that. Sometimes it's the way people love you. I'm telling you. I used to wonder all my time, what are you talking about? She jealous of me. She got the life I want. I don't want her life in particular, but I want to be married one day and have a family. I'm not hating on her. And people I know that, but it ain't even about that. Because have you noticed most people that do not like you or hating on you, they act like they don't. Pay attention to the jokes, okay? It's in the jokes. It's in the shade. Pay attention. Listen. Mom used to tell me that all the time as a teenager, really. You got to pay attention. You missing it. You trying to laugh and kiki and caca with these people and be their friends. They don't even like you, Dina. You missing it, boo. If anybody say all kind of unwarranted things to you and hurtful things and you laugh and you still want to be around them, you know it's hurtful. It's because you're jockeying for validation or friends. That's why I put my status up earlier. As I said, validation is for parking. Thank God I came out of that. Whom the Son sets free is free indeed. Validation is for parking, and your approval isn't needed. So whether you like me today or tomorrow or not, or whether you do like me, I'm good either way, because I know that my God likes me, and I know that I like me. I want to be around me, and I know there's people that are around me that actually like me. So I don't got to put up with the fake stuff just to have a friend or just to have a man around, because I know who I am. And once you know who you really are, people can't take that away from you. So I think David knew who he was. I mean, at first he didn't. Let's be honest, he was kind of like, I'm not nobody, why you think I'm worthy for this, and I think, and we all kind of been there, but till God starts putting his super on your natural and starts showing you you're fearfully and wonderfully made, boo. He starts showing you you're the apple of my eye. Don't you know you a king's daughter? You don't got to settle for this. You don't got to settle for that. You ain't got to hang around them. Come on, out of the crowd. That's why God, when he snatched you out the crowd, is for a reason. Same thing that used to make you cry. The same thing that used to make me cry makes me laugh now. Because that stuff doesn't bother me. It can't get to me anymore. It used to. I can be honest and tell you, I was easily offended, wounded, broken. I mean, from a little girl, I remember one time having a bunch. I had a Barbie dolls galore. Do you hear me? Barbie doll house, Barbie doll band, Barbie doll beauty shop. I'm telling you, the God's him and truth. I had a Barbie doll house. It was so big, and I remember I would invite friends over after school. I'm not gonna call names, but we were like in 2nd or 3rd grade. I will never forget. After the bus, they got to come to my house because my mama didn't play that. You ain't going to everybody's house. They can come over here, but you ain't going over there. I was like, I know what they're doing over there. I'm like, what? Okay, mama, you appreciate mama when you get older. When you're younger, you think she's strict and mean, but you appreciate it. So, and I remember these girls stealing from me. Like, I saw them stealing from me. But when my mama said, hey, wait a minute, something not right. When she came up there to help me clean up, for one, she was like, they're going to stop coming because they never help you clean up. For two, where's all your dolls there? What's going on? Why let them have it? I didn't let them have it. They were stealing from me. I didn't want to tell my mama that because I know she was crazy. Not crazy, but she didn't, my mama was like, didn't take no mess. She was going to spank me for lying to her when she found out. But she knew because she kept telling me, these little girls are not your friend. They don't like you, but you're going to have to see. So I had to tell her the truth. They took my dolls, they put them in their backpack. She went to both houses. I'm not joking, y'all. One of them lived in the back of us. We went over there. We got the dolls. The mama tried to trip with my mom. My mom was like, hey, hold up. Basically, I'm paraphrasing this. My mom was like, you don't want it with me. Because I'm telling you, I know how many dolls my child had. Trust me. She got 1,000 of them, and I know some of them missing. And if she said they took it, they said she let her have it. So, the mama was like, did you let her have it, Dean? And I looked, and I started crying. And I don't forget anything, y'all. And I remember breaking down crying and said, no, they took it. And my mama said, and you didn't say nothing because you want them to come back tomorrow. Because you want friends so bad. And that came back to me, seriously. Because I remember thinking, like, why they steal from me? I would let them have it, or we play every day. I don't get this. So my mama taught me a valuable lesson. Then everybody not your friend. Your friends ain't gonna steal from you, okay? They're not gonna lie on you. They're not gonna hurt you. You might have disagreements and arguments. You're gonna fix that though. But stealing from you and trying to set you up and hurt you and talking about you in front of people, that's not a friend. So those lessons that I didn't quite get as a child, but I did remember those seeds planted. I didn't start getting these lessons, y'all, until like my late 30s. Like, I'm okay. I'm really okay. Without him or her or them, I'm okay, because I know God's going to send me who and what I need. So I didn't get the lesson till late. So somebody may be struggling with this. I'm telling you, be okay with who you are. Be okay with where you are. Be okay with not being invited. Be okay with them making fun of you. Be okay with them mocking you. It hurts right now, but I guarantee you, God going to fix all of that. And I just remember, like, things were said to me as a child, and I had to process some stuff only because God was showing me, you're going to have to deal with this, because this is where a spirit of offense keeps coming up. And I was like, why does it keep coming up? What's going on? God's like, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. Some of this is your fault. And it's not really your fault because you didn't know how to deal with it properly, but we're going to learn today. So this spirit can't keep tripping you up any longer. That's going to keep tripping you up. If you don't learn the lessons now when you get older, you're going to keep whining and crying and snot and jockeying for friends and chasing people if you don't get this. I got it late, but I got it though. So it doesn't matter when you get something. I just pray some of you all learned the lesson quicker than me. But God was like, stop even focusing on that and rejoice that you got the lesson. So things doesn't hurt so bad. Like I said, the same things that used to break me down when people thought that was going to make me. I just remember being another time, I think I'm about 18 years old, and a family member said to me this. about my dad. She was like, he shouldn't have been your dad. He should have been my dad. You don't deserve him. Well, of course, I'm 18 years old. I'm joking like, oh, everybody love my dad. I've been hearing stories about him my whole life. My cousins on my daddy's side always talk about how he was their favorite uncle. I mean, if I needed shoes, he bought it. When I needed money, he gave it to me. He would send me to the store to get him some bill. He would give me $10, $5. You know, I heard my big cousins on my daddy's side say this. And my big cousins on my mom's side, like my first cousins on my mom's side too. And my dad said, he my favorite uncle, man. Y'all just don't know, man. That was everybody, man. We used to drive his car. We used to do it. He'd take us go get something to eat. He'd drive us to the basketball game. He'd pay for us to get in the basketball game. He'd do this, you know. And even my friends growing up was like, I love your dad. My dad would come get us from school. He would come get us from school early to take us to the mall, to go get us some Jordans. I'm telling you, like, so everybody loved my dad. So I was like, oh, okay, he's just a good man. So I thought my cousin was just saying this because and then I started hearing other little stuff. She kept saying other little stuff. Well, he shouldn't have been your dad. You don't need him. You don't deserve him. You're this, you're that. You ain't gonna never have no man because he done spoiled it. He done messed you up. He should have been my dad. And the comments kept coming frequently. And I was like, oh, they getting kind of bold, but I still, oh, okay. Then, yeah. And my mama had to tell me, look, I don't care who that is. I don't care. Let me tell you something what you don't understand. She don't like you. She like you, but she don't like what's going on because she didn't have a dad growing up. And I was like, huh? Mom was like, you just don't get it, but you gonna get it one day. To the point my mom and my mentor, my mom and my aunts raised me in church. So they taught me about God. They took me to church. They taught me the word. That's all I know. Then I began to meet other women of God in the church that took a liking to me. And they was like, hey, I see something in you. I mean, that was really genuine. Nothing fake. So, I have a lot of godly. That's why I can't get down when people say, I don't like this part. I mean, I get it. Things happen. I know the portrayal's real, the fakeness, the cattiness. I know it's all real. It is real. But I just can't, I try to give life to it because what happens now, if that happened, I needed it to happen so I can move on. But I thank God for the things I've learned. Where a mentor was in my life and she would say the same thing. She would echo what my mama would say. You got to come out the crowd. That's not going to fit you. That's why you can't fit in. That's why you don't fit in. That's why you always getting your feelings hurt. That's why, but you're going to get it one day, eventually. And both of them are gone on to glory, rest their souls and heart. I miss them so much, but I find myself laughing and smiling because of things that they sold into me when I was young that has come to fruition now. I'm like, dang, I wish I could tell, First Lady that, oh my God, you told me this at 18, 19, oh my God. Or I wish I could tell my mama this, thank you for that. Even though I thought you was mean and strict, but you really was protecting me from so much stuff, so, and my mama getting to tell me this person don't even like theyself, but they pretend well. And I'm like, this person got a house, a whole man, and here I am looking for a man. Mama's like, that's the problem. You looking at the material stuff you looking at the stuff that you think that's going to fulfill you. That ain't it. Sometimes people just don't like the way other people love you. I'm telling you. Let me say that again. Sometimes people don't like the way other people love you. But people want to love them too, but they're so mean and bitter and angry. You done pushed everybody away and you told everybody how you don't like nobody and you don't want nobody around. But then you mad because, okay, I don't understand that. Make it make sense, though. I'm not getting that. Like, you don't want nobody around, so why you tripping? It ain't about that car. They got a car. Baby, they probably riding around in Lexuses and Benzes and got the house and everything. You like, that's the American dream I want. I don't want your stuff, but that's what I want. Tell me, put me on game. How you do this? And they all the time, they hate you. They dogging you out to the next family member. And then the next family member. But what they don't know is that God has given you so much boldness and so much wisdom and discernment. You can feel it. You feel that stuff. Oh, I know you really don't like me, so, don't tell me you're going to buy no shirt. It's okay if you do or if you don't, because if you don't, I got 2 other people that will. Okay. I mean, don't tell me you like my hair and you just got done. Don't call me sis and you just got done talk about me to another sister. Like, at this age where I'm at, I ain't with that. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, you can feel. That's why I said earlier, your feelings are valid, but yes, they will lie to you. But most of the time, 90% of the time, your feelings are real. How you feeling is the truth, and God is warning you. She don't like you. Stop going around. Stop reaching out. You always got to reach out. You always got to mend the relationship. You got to always mend the friendship. You got to always invite everybody over. You don't get invites. Just kind of chill. Let God bring you who he needs to bring you around. You see stuff, and it shouldn't bother you, but be honest, it's going to bother you at first because you're growing and you're trying to see, but my heart is not like that. I'm not saying I'm perfect at all, but I don't have no hate or no jealousy or no animosity towards you, but you dogging me out. And I'm just saying, like, you'll see a lot of stuff. You will see a lot of stuff and you'll feel it. But what do you do when God still tells you, speak anyway? Show love anyway. Buy a gift anyway. Go support anyway. Even though they ain't supporting you, even though they don't like your stuff on Facebook, even though they throwing shade at you on Facebook, you feel it all. It's okay. The old you would have probably been crying, snotting, boo-hooing. Then the middle age, not middle age, in the middle medium sized Christian, you would have been like, okay, yeah, Tupac said I ain't no killer, but don't push me. Keep on throwing shots. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now is you don't want to run up on me, because I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm a South Side chick. And then, but when you start growing up in God, you're like, oh, I see that shade. But girl, she broken. She broken. He broken. I was broken too. I know that spirit. I was easily offended and wounded too. I know that spirit. I'm telling you, I know it. But guess what? I had to go through that hurt place. I didn't take it out on nobody else. Or when I feel like I was going to take it out on somebody else, I began to say, hey, God, deal with me. This hurts me. I don't like this. This is not me. I'm not an angry person. I'm not a person that fights every day. Like I said, I didn't have no peace for 3 years in my own house. Do you hear me? No peace. And I was like, God, this is not me. Coming home fighting every day and angry. This ain't me. This is making me angry. I'm hurt. I'm bitter. I'm mad. God, I'm even mad at you. I was waiting on that. Because you will never tell me you was really mad at me because you love me. I know you do. But your actions are saying, because the way you're not praying and the way you're not reading your word and the way you don't even want to go to church and the way you don't even want to be around people, that's not you. But I know you're slick angry at me because you feel like I abandoned you or I hurt you by taking two of the most important people in your life from you. But it was time for you to grow up without them. You were growing even when they were around. You just didn't feel it. And growing pains hurt. That's why you're uncomfortable, because I'm telling you to get out the boat or you're going to drown. So as long as mama was there to comfort and smooth things over and take up for you, and daddy was there to give you everything you needed, you weren't going to grow. I didn't take them away so you can be punished. It was their time to go. They lived a good life. They want you to live. So you got to stand on your own 2 feet. So that's why you had to learn how to do things for yourself. Because I'm going to let you feel this hurt that you think wasn't, you think everybody for you, but I'm gonna let you see they really not. That's why you can't show up to the family functions anymore. Learn how to cook for yourself. That's why you ain't gonna be able to jump when everybody invites you in anymore like you used to. Everybody too accessible. You too accessible. Everybody got their hands on you. They can speak in your life and tell you this and you should do this. But when you get ready to speak in their life, tell them something. I bet you they're gonna cuss you out. But God kept telling me, everybody has too many. They have you're too accessible. Too much. They have their hands on you. I need that. I need to be able to put my hands on you. I need you to be able to hear my voice so you can shut down the voice of a stranger. Doesn't mean they're bad people. They don't mean they don't love me. But their advice that they're giving you is not for you. It's for them. So they're going to always give you something based off their experience. And you're going to follow it because you're trying to follow the crowd and keep up with everybody and stay in the know. And you not this season. Because when I'm taking you, everything where everybody can't go. And you've been hearing that your whole life. But guess what? Showtime, baby. This is showtime for real. So I'm just, I just want to encourage you, keep being a David. I know you got a Saul in your mouth in your life that's trying to suck the life out of you, trying to really kill you. Setting traps and plots and schemes and lying on you. Saul was so treacherous and dangerous, he even wanted his daughters to get with David. And he was going to use them to set him up. But it backfired because Micah wound up falling in love with David. So it backfired. He even wanted his army to fight to kill David. But he was never successful in trying to hurt David. That's how you know God has his hands on you. People can plot, scheme, not deal with you, not like you all they want. Scandalize your name, tell 2 and 3 lies on you, and it won't. People that know you, they know you, okay? And people that don't know you and and people that did know you, so you thought, and they fell for the lie. Let them fall for it. Let them fall for it. It's okay. Because they didn't really know your heart. And if they're not in your life and they once was, it was time for them to depart. It's okay. Because the Bible even says, I think it's in verse 10, where it says, the next day, an evil spirit sent from God. This what blew me away. An evil spirit sent from God came powerfully on Saul. I think one translation says forcefully. I was like, I'm like, wait a minute. I've heard this story in Sunday school as a kid and preached. And I'm like, wait a minute. That part threw me for a loop because it said that evil spirit came from God. Not because God was trying to not because God was trying to trip him up and just to send, we know the devil is evil. But God sent that spirit. Sometimes God will God has a permissive will and a divine will. And his permissive will to me means if you turning yourself over to yourself and you want to do your own thing and nobody can't tell you nothing, you ain't listening to nobody, God will say, okay, I'm done with them, step back, let you have that. Because you ain't listening to me. You ain't listening to them, and I've sent you help, so you ain't even listening to me. You think you're right in your own eyesight, but that way is gonna lead to destruction. So God, his permissive will to say, hey, I'm stepping back. I'm going to let you do you. That's basically what I take this as, because he was stubborn and rebellious and he was so evil. God was like, that ain't me. You're supposed to be helping this young man, grooming him for the next level. But you're so evil. You're so angry, you can't even hear me. So I'm taking my spirit from you. That's a dangerous state. I don't want to hate somebody that much. I'm not going to hate nobody that much. You can hate me all day long and enjoy yourself. Because, boo, I'm not going to give you that much power over me to hate you while God takes his spirit from me. It's not that serious. We already living in a form of a hell. It's beautiful over here on this side of the earth. But over here, is some stuff going on. I'm kind of like, man, one day when God cracked that sky, it's over. But, we're living our life, and, that's not to scare us. It's just to say God will take care of us and preserve us. But the truth of the matter is the reality of a thing is, like I said earlier, it's hell on wheels over here. So I can't imagine dying and then go to hell from not liking you. I'm not giving you that much power over me. Baby, I will like the hell out of you. And pray for you not liking me. I'm telling you, I have been there where I'm like, I don't like her either. I ain't speaking to her before. What is that going to do? I'm not doing the tit for tat, because I need all my blessings, boo. I need everything God has for me. I seen him move so mightily last year during the midst of a pandemic. You can't tell me God ain't real. You can't tell me God ain't about his business. You can't tell me he won't take care of his kids. And me not liking you, it's not that serious. Maybe I might change the way I interact with you or move. If you show me how you moving, I'm going to move another way too. If you show me you moving this way and it's foul, may the Lord watch. But that don't mean I hate you. I can speak to you. I can be cordial. I can be kind. But I'm not going to, it said that an evil spirit was sent from God, not the enemy. We automatically think the enemy sent the evil spirit. But God was like, you already evil anyway. It's already in your heart. You try to kill this man that I've sent. My spirit with him. I took my spirit from you and it's on him. But you could have been working with him. Y'all could have been collaborating, because you want to hate him so bad because you're fearing you let the people hype you up, because they're saying you killed 1,000 and David killed his tens of thousands. Y'all both done killed thousands. What's the big deal? If you can preach and I can pray, don't you see the collaboration? I'm praying, demons down for the kingdom, and then you preaching too and prophesying, or you pray, you singing for the kingdom of God, and or whatever your gift may be. I didn't just preach. It can be anything in the kingdom of God. You have natural gifts. Man, don't you know how powerful we are together? But only the enemy tries to set traps and make us think she hates you. She don't really like you. And it might be true. But love yourself enough to know that even if the love ain't real or genuine, it don't even bother me anymore, boo. Because you don't even love yourself. It don't have nothing to do with me. When I learned the underlying issue, that blessed me. That helped me a lot. Because it helped me to see, oh, man, she ain't mad at me. She mad it's me. She ain't mad because of me. She mad because she want to do the same thing. She don't really dislike me, though. She really don't. She don't like herself. So it's just, I'm just in the way. I caught the blow. I took that L. How she feels about herself is she's trying to interject that or project that on me. That's not her. It's the spirit in her. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and spiritual wickedness in high places. Just because we're in a pandemic out here or stuff going on don't mean the word don't change. Okay? We change, we adapt, we adjust, we up one day, we down one day, we fickle today, we messy tomorrow. Baby, the word ain't changing, okay? It ain't her that I'm fighting, but if I don't see who the real enemy is, I'm going to look at her. We say this stuff, oh, I ain't fighting. We say it as Christians. I can't stand it. I don't want to be a cliche Christian. I don't want to be a traditional Christian. I want to be real with this thing, because God has been too good for me. I know what it's like to be hurt and broken and wounded, but I also know on the flip side of that, he will give you joy. He will give you, in his presence is fullness of joy. So for me to stop being easily offended and wounded, don't mean the attacks and the offense ain't going to come. But if I stay in his presence, it ain't going to hurt as much. You used to me crying and snotting and boo-hooing, but that's the old Dina. Things have changed. You know what I'm saying? So just be, as you're David, it's okay to be David. It's okay to come out the crowd. It's okay to do things your own way. It's okay to start your own traditions. You don't got to follow the crowd. Come out the crowd. The crowd will lead you straight to hell if you allow them. Now, there are good crowds and stuff like that. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, you have your own identity. Be who you are. Know who you are. The same, you have an anointing on your life, and she does too. But if I'm fearful or jealous of her anointing, I ain't even gonna focus on mine, because I'm trying to get her to see I can sing better than her, or him to see I can cook better than you. That's jealousy if I ain't at its finest. You know, the body of Christ is supposed to be working together. Marriages and families should be working together. It's so much, you see so much animosity. Families don't even come together like they used to unless somebody die. And that's sad. What happened? The enemy, I'll tell you, the enemy, and everything ain't always the enemy either. Sometimes we get in that thing and mess that thing up. Let's just be real. Our flesh is messy, because we like to keep mess going and gossiping. And God's like, you too old for that. Come out of that. It's time to come out of that. You know what I mean? Be so comfortable in who you are that your gifts flow. You ain't got to be jealous of her gifts. You ain't got to be jealous of what she is. You know what I mean? I've never seen, have you ever seen somebody they don't like each other, right? They don't like each other. And you trying to figure out why y'all don't like each other. I thought y'all was cool. What happened? Let's work on that. Don't do that. Y'all brother and sister, or y'all cousins, or y'all go to the same church, or y'all work together. I mean, you got to at least be cordial. And then they turn around not like you. That's what the enemy do. Because the enemy is after, I'm telling you, he's trying to attack your character. He'll use somebody to start a lie, and that lie will spread, and then you got 30 people over here, or 2 or 3 people over here not liking you because they didn't even get to know you, didn't even give you an honest chance. Or they didn't like you because you started liking somebody that they don't like. Oh, what are we, 5? Are you kidding me? What grown women or grown men out here are not, well, it happens. But why would I not like somebody because you don't like them? We don't take the time to get to know people. You don't know what they struggling with. Baby, you don't know how they sent to bless you, but because you want to be angry about something they did 30 years ago, you missing your blessing. Then you done told these 2 people not to like them, and then everybody feel that thing. Because I can always feel when somebody done said something about me. I'm telling you, I can feel it so heavily, like, oh, okay, they've been talking. But it's cool, though. Nobody ain't told me nothing. I feel it. Spiritual discernment is real. That's one thing we sleep on, because we think, oh, I'm just suspicious, or it's just me. I think I'm just overly deep. No, I ain't so spiritually deep and all that. I don't got to tell people. God talks to me. Man, people already know that. You ain't got to tell people you anointed. They see it, baby. I'm telling you. That's what the attack's about. They know you humble. They know you called. They know you can cook. They done tasted your food. They know you can do hair. They done saw your work. They know. People know, man. They might not act like they know, but they know. Like I said the other day, man, they might not say nothing, but they watching, boo. Don't worry. I heard so many people say they don't like my stuff on Facebook. I'm like, first I was kind of like, what is this? Like, I mean, nobody has to like my stuff. I'm for real. Like, I mean, we got to be okay with where we are and who we are. They ain't got like not a picture. They ain't got like comment. They ain't got to say nothing to me personally, because I know who I am now. They would have set me ablaze 10 years ago. But because when you know who you are, it does not matter. The lies won't matter, baby, because God is going to defend the truth, baby. And I've had people that has listened to somebody else about me and had to come back and apologize. Oh, I started liking you. I knew it was something genuine about you, but then she told me this. Oh, I know she did. I know she did. I'm telling you, people are going to start coming back to you and saying, I'm sorry because I listened to him about you. I'm sorry because I listened to that family about you. I'm sorry because he scandalized he ran your name through the mud. I'm sorry. Forgive me. And you probably got to do it too. Go back to somebody and say, hey, I didn't give you a fair chance. I'm sorry. I'm just not on that. I'm not going to not like somebody because you don't like them. We loyal to the soil without. What if your family wrong? They wrong. I don't care if that's wrong. We ride or die. It's my blood. I get it. Blood ain't thicker than water, baby. To me, it ain't. Not at this age. I done seen too much from family. I love my family. That's my blood. I'll do anything. I'll still show up for family. And I know they don't wear my name in the mud. I'll still show up because that's who I am. And I know they'll probably show up for me too. But I'm just saying, blood is baby, you can have a sister you just met. I done met 3 good girlfriends over this last year during the pandemic. And 3 of us were all fiancés. So I don't know what God was doing. I was like, okay, God, I see what you're doing. I met this one at a brunch going to a women's prayer call or something. Then I met this one. My pastor had called me and said, hey, I got a couple that's getting married, a little small wedding, not too much. They know where to sit. They know to wear masks, but I need you to help, then with the paperwork, or show up at the wedding with me. Da, da, da. So I met the fiance. At the time, she's married now, and I mean, we've known each other almost come up on a year now. and our spirits just connected so much. I'm talking about to the point where we were pray together, cry together, go out to eat together, just talk, minister to each other, because we all come up on a marriage debt. And one of them just got married this past Saturday, and I'm like, the spirits and their hearts are so genuine and pure to me. It's so dope to me. Like, it's just so awesome, because I'm like, man, these are women of God can get along if you want to get along. But we so aren't used to, nah, man, it's my childhood friend, and ride or die, and I don't know new friends. That stuff be so stupid. It's stupid. Because what if God's trying to bring you somebody to network with, but you stuck on no new friends because you're hanging around the same 3 people, and y'all don't even get along? But I'm not saying get rid of them. I'm just saying God wants you to open your heart up. He may be trying to bring you another sister your way to grow with. You just never know. And I saw what God, I didn't get that until like about a month or 2 ago. And I had to text both of them and be like, hey, like, I met you here and then we vibe. I met you here at your own wedding. I'm coming to help my pastor. You know, we trying to put stuff in place, and we just vibe, and we've been vibing ever since. Those things are special to me. I don't take those things lightly or for granted. I don't. I'm telling you. Anybody who know me will tell you. They can say a lot of things about me. Dina this, she that. I don't care. But let me tell you something, baby. One thing about me, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, because I'm not perfect at all. But being loyal, I will roll with you, because I know what it's like to not be friends with people because other people don't like them. And I don't do that. I'm not doing that. I'm not on that. Like, I'm sorry, I'm just not. So, you know, I just been hearing people say, well, she stopped talking to me, and she been not liking you, boo. You just caught on. This is stuff I had to learn, though. So I can say it now because my mama had to teach it to me, or my mentor or whoever had to show me. So I can teach it now because I'm actually, like, I feel a little bolder now. I feel a little wiser now. I feel a little stronger now. I was broken too. You know, but I seen my family, all my family members, like all her posts and show up to her events, but they don't support me. They ain't support you at first. I mean, they just want you to think they did. They ain't like you at first. Like, anybody that can tell you that their daddy, my daddy should have been their daddy, and you thought it was just a joke, and they kept saying it, I mean, years and years of it, and then I found out, oh, the underlying issue is because she didn't know her daddy, and I was like, Mama, that's so stupid, it don't make sense, what have I done her? I'm telling you what it is. She see the way your daddy loves you. He was there for her, but she see the way he loves you. She wants that. It ain't about you. She don't want to dislike you. She just wants their relationship. And you might think it's small and minute, and it ain't nothing, but I'm telling you, you begin to see, like, underlying issues with people. Oh, she don't like herself. So I've been there before. I've had insecurities, and I thought this about my weight, and I ain't like my hair, and I ain't like my nose, and so somebody else comes along and tell you, oh, you shouldn't be that size, or oh, your finger's too small for your body. Like, yeah, that stuff is hurtful, but if the enemy is already dealing with you about it, you got to change your buttons. Like, I know you came in to be nasty. You know, I get it now, but, like, I'm just saying, like, continue being a David. Continue showing kindness. Continue, David, and it got him, you know, he was the king on the throne, wasn't he? Because he began to say, even though you're trying to plot against me, I'm still going to serve you. I'm still going to love you. You trying to kill me. You trying to set me up. You done sent the army after me. You done sent your daughters to try to trap me. But then all this stuff, I've seen God move so much, y'all. That's why I told y'all. Dina shares, y'all can't see the back of my shirt. When I tell y'all, when I came up with that slogan, well, I didn't come up with it. This girl named Jocelyn, and I love her. I'll always be indebted to her for that. She blessed me with that because she kept saying, God don't play about you. And I was like, he don't play about none of us. And he don't. But I had to take that thing and run with it. Like, I've seen God show up for me so much. And he's been doing. I just saw it last year. And I don't think it's just because it was just the pandemic. I think God began to show me because I didn't have nobody else around. It was just me, myself, and I. So he really could speak to me. Not that he wasn't speaking years prior, but it started taking me back to a little girl. Remember this happened? I showed up for you. Remember you could have been snatched. You was almost, I showed up, didn't I? Then I was like, oh, so God's like, well, you just focusing on 2020? That's good. Keep your mind there. But let me take you back to a child. Let me take you back to how I took care of you. Yeah, mom and daddy didn't just do that. They did, but I provided that for them. I provided that for them to do that. But I've had my hands on you before you were even born. I remember a story my brother had just talked about. And I remember this story because my mama told me, my daddy told me, my aunts told me, my mom's best friends told me. I almost died because I was a baby, like 7 months old, and my brothers had me in their room. My mama said one brother was eating a bowl of cereal, the other one was sucking his thumb, and the other one was asleep, and their friends was over there, and they let me fall off the side of the bed. Well, she didn't think anything was wrong. Oh, she's 7 months old or 8 months old or something. She just fell and bumped her head until she said I kept screaming in the middle of the night, and she had to wake my daddy up. Let's go. Something is wrong. You know, I kept her up like you told me to, but she's screaming. She's rubbing her head. The boy, she said my brothers came in there. They was like, man, maybe she got a concussion. She took me to the doctor. I did. The doctor was like, swelling is, you know, we got to get this swelling down. If not, we're going to have to operate. This don't look good. Mama said you could have almost died, and she said I was just hurt. My sisters was there with me. My kids was upset because they let you fall. They didn't mean to, but they wasn't watching you. So what we thought was just going to be a little knot. We try to keep you up. So none of us got sleep because you started screaming in the middle of the night, and it was just terrible. We took you to the emergency room. Thank God we did, but you could have died. I think about that. That might not be nothing to you, but I just thought about that. Like I could have. The enemy been trying to take me out of here. He been, if you know, when one situation happened, I didn't crumble. He was angry. When I didn't lose my mind when I thought I was, and I survived, they don't want me. People don't want you to survive. I heard people literally say in my spirit that when my dad died, oh, she ain't gonna make it now. Well, I'm telling you, people didn't say this to me, but I heard it in my spirit. God showed me, and he showed me the faces of the people that were standing. That's why when they see me now, I'm proud of you. You know, I know you. No, you're not. And it's okay, though. I'm going to let you keep lying because you lying to yourself. But it's okay, though. Because when God starts dealing with you with boldness and waking you up and growing you up, it's okay. Let them lie to you. It's not going to do anything. It's not going to add or take anything away from you. It's going to hurt in the beginning. But until God starts dealing with you, they lying to themselves. Like, don't get caught up. Don't get hoodwinked or bamboozled by people. You know, the mockery and the fake smiles and fake they care for you. I love you and I'm happy you married. I see right through that. But it's okay. Because the same God that loves me loves you. The same God that loves you loves me. And he had to deal with you like he's trying to deal with you like he had to deal with me. Or he's trying to deal with me like he's dealing with you. It's okay. It's okay to know that you don't got to be jealous. Don't compare yourself to people. You don't got to compare yourself to people. If you're called to do this, they called to do that, that's a blessing. If you got a new car before her, that's a blessing. It ain't about who. I mean, I've heard people have said some of the most cruel things to me, and I just been sitting back like, oh my God. But God had to take me back to that place, and it hurt when he started showing me this last year. But I know what he's doing. I saw what he was doing now. I'm trying to get this stuff out of you because it can't go. And that's why you're so easily offended, because stuff that's been said to you that you didn't deal with. You swept it under the rug and you didn't deal with it. But we're going to have to deal with it to get to the next level. So it's stuff that I'm talking about stuff people have said, like y'all mockery stuff. That's one of the reasons I was like, I don't want to do this video. Don't nobody want to hear this. God's like, oh, you're going to do it. And you're going to do it. Because you don't never know who's struggling with this word or who needs to be set free. Somebody is struggling right now with stuff that family members have done to you and they don't even think you know about. They have said to you. They don't even know you know. And it's okay, though. I hear God saying, whom the Son sets free is free indeed. He's setting you free tonight. He's setting you free tonight. I'm telling you. No more worried about who don't like you and who ain't there for you and who don't support you. Support yourself. Like yourself. Mom used to always tell me, don't try to dress up and look nice for no man. That's good. That's a bonus. But, you know, my mama taught me things like, I'm going to teach you. You're going to get your hair done. You are a little girl. You like as a little girl, and stuff sticks with you. That makes me feel good. Just because you don't like getting your hair done, don't discredit me or be mad. I mean, come on. People have said all kind of crazy stuff. Well, if I was you, I wouldn't spend my money like that. If I was you, well, you ain't supposed to, because it ain't your money. It's my money, and I ain't gonna spend my money the way you would. Like, people just say stuff that's so unwarranted and just so man, y'all. I'm telling you, like, I can go on and on and on, but I gotta get off here. And I hope, somebody was blessed tonight by this word. Just remember that the traps they trying to set for you, it's not going to work. The weapons form, but they don't prosper. Remember that. Keep going. Start your ministry. Do it. Don't be upset about the next person's ministry. You done sold. God had to show me, Dina, you had a good mentor in your life, and it calls you to be a mentor. And it calls you to sow seeds, and you don't even remember stuff you sown that people have come back and told me. Remember you taught me this. Remember you took me here. You showed me, you showed up for my graduation. You blessed me with this. You did this for my child. And I'm like, what? When did I do that? And I remember everything, but I be like, what? You still remember that? Oh my God. Like, the seeds you sow, God recording it in heaven. Don't worry about the accolades down here. I'm telling you, people will pat you on the back today and stab you in it tomorrow. Whatever you do, do it for God. Don't worry about the Saul. He will be trapped, and he or she better be careful by putting their mouth and putting their mouth on you, because trying to set you up. I'm telling you, when I read that God caused an evil spirit to come on Saul, I was like, oh my God. Because we automatically think an evil spirit comes from the enemy. But God allowed this. God will allow stuff. He'll allow it now. He will allow it, because he's like, you keep on trying to hurt this man to come against him when you're supposed to be working with him and training him and leading him, but you jealous of him because of a little chant, because of these women in the street. They ain't really trying to. Ooh. Y'all, keep your heart 3 stacks. Keep your heart pure. I'm telling you, even it's gonna be time you're gonna be challenged. You're gonna be challenged. You're gonna want to knuck if you bug. You're gonna want to fight back. You're gonna want to strike back. You see the pettiness. You see the little stuff. I was once cool with her, but I want her over here. So you don't listen. It don't even get caught up in that stuff, man. Just pray for people, love people, keep your heart clean, keep your hands clean, keep your heart pure. I'm telling you, God is for you, and if He's for you, you already know the best. This is Dina Siobhan, and I'm out. And just remember, God don't play about you. He don't play about me. He don't play about none of His kids. So if we're trying to mistreat people and thinking we are doing God's business, it's not going to work. So I love you all. Until next time, be blessed.